Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and your taste buds wet. From the Pomeranian River to East Coast, my beast in the eastbound shore to Georgetown City. I can win you what I want to the hinterlands from the current.
Hello, welcome to the Singing Chef Show. My name is Ian John, I'm your singing chef. Right, well today we're gonna be doing steak. Basic steak. This is a rump steak, nice marbling, right? But you can use any kind of steak. You could do fillet steak. But we're not doing filet mignon, we're just doing a steak. And we're gonna do a sauce Bearnaise, which involves a hollandaise with egg. And then we added onions, capers, wiri pepper, mustard, and mushrooms. I know some of you think it's Jambi umbrella, but you don't have to put it in. You can leave that out and then still have this nice buttery thing, right? But don't be afraid of Jambi umbrella, all right? Because it tastes good, right? And we're gonna have it with breadfruit chips. Breadfruit, you can't starve if you have a breadfruit tree in the yard. Because you can make everything from chips to custard. It's so versatile. And it actually is one of the best superfoods. It's incredibly good for you. This thing kept a lot of people alive when people first came to this country and they were working in the cane fields and stuff like that. This is the thing. They used to eat this. That could carry them to anything. They could work hard and everything like that. So breadfruit's really good for you. So instead of using English potatoes, we're doing breadfruit chips, right? Because I think it has its place, right? So the first thing that we're gonna do is all you need to do with these breadfruit chips is you just put them in the oil, some hot oil like that, right? And while this is cooking, I'm gonna show you the best way to cook a steak. And the way I'm gonna show you is the way the French really do cook steak, right? So you're gonna have people telling you all sorts of different ways that you're supposed to cook steak with oil and all this kind of stuff. It's a load of rubbish. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it, and it comes out perfect every time. And my aim, okay, now those chips are in there. Let's just make sure they're in the oil. Yes. See, that's all you need to do with this, that can cook by itself. Right. Is you heat up a pan, and it's always better if you got a cast iron pan like this. Alright? Let that get really hot, to where it's like literally smoking, right? You put your salt in there, and you put some pepper, right? And the reason why you do that, you flavor in the steak, and this salt and pepper actually, it's just about a micromillimeter, but it keeps it off the bottom of the pan. It just lifts it up like a little bit, and then it caramelizes the same way from the heat, not necessarily from the contact, right? And yes, a dry pan, no oil, right? Because what we're gonna do is once this caramelizes, probably only about 4 minutes each time, then we're gonna take it out, let the steak rest for as long as you cook it. So probably let it rest for about 8 minutes. Never just take a steak out of the pan and then eat it straight away. Because that heat and even if it's rare, medium rare, however you like your steak, you want the heat to go all the way through it. And the more that you can rest it, it makes sure that everything gets cooked evenly. And that's how you actually have a nice soft steak. Okay, our chips are doing good. I'm gonna put a little bit more pepper here, and I'm gonna leave that to get really hot. Now in the meanwhile, I'm gonna do the really sexy stuff. We wanna, I'm gonna make the sauce Bearnaise. Like, this is gonna look way more fancy than it is. I tell you, anybody could do this. Now, look at that. Now, you see, now that's what we want. Let's rock this, baby. Okay, time for our steaky wakies. Okay, straight in there, dry pan. Straight in there, dry pan. And when you're cooking steak, don't be one of these people that want to joke it and move it around and all this kind of stuff. In fact, I shouldn't even be looking at this. Leave it alone, right? Average your time. Like, it depends on how well you want the steak to come out. But I can tell from the feel of a steak whether it's rare, medium rare, or well done. And a good way to tell is if you feel your hand here, this soft bit in the inside, that's rare. You go here, that's medium rare. And when you come to the outside, that's well done. That's exactly the way that your steak is going to feel when you touch it. And that's a great way. When I used to work in restaurants and stuff like that, you didn't have a lot of time to worry about what is rare, medium rare. And sometimes people at the table, this one has a rare, this one's got a medium rare. This is what you do. And then you can literally touch it with a fork and it feels exactly that same way. And it's a really good way. Like you hardly would ever go wrong to do it like that. Right? So like I'm saying, my chips are on. And the steak, like I said, don't look at it. Don't look at it. And don't touch it. Don't touch it. Do not mess around with the steak. Just let it cook. In another minute or so, I'm just going to flip it because I like it like on the rare side. Some people don't like that. You can leave it for long. It doesn't matter. You know, if you like well done steaks, cook it for as long as you want. It'll be a bit chewy, but yeah. So, like I'm saying, oh yes, I'm looking at it again. But I'm just looking at it to see, you see how this, you see this white thing is coming up? You see how this, it's sort of, it's not touching the pan, the sides, but look, the side is cooking. You see? That's why you don't move your steaks. Once you put it in the pan, do not touch it until you're ready to turn it. I'm ready to turn this now because I like it on the rare side. Right? And I can show you what happens here. You see that marbling? And remember, this is a dry pan, right? You see this marbling? Look. Look. You see how wonderful that is? You get this, this is almost like a crispy skin while it's preserving the integrity of the meat on the inside. Now that I've done this, don't look at it, don't touch it. Alright? Never mess around too much with the steak. That's how you ruin it. Right? One turn. You see the juices are coming up on the outside there? That's perfect. That's when I know that it's cooking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off in about a minute. And I'm going to leave it in the pan to rest. And it's going to cook all, the flavor is going to go all the way through it. And as it cools, the flavor of the meat becomes better. But like I'm saying, I don't want to touch that again until I'm ready to eat it.
Caribbean rice from the lush rice fields of Guyana, straight to your home. Caribbean rice, our people, our rice.
Namilco's product of the day is the Maid Marian Creamed Wheat Up for infants and toddlers. Starting your baby off on semi-solid foods is very important, and Namilco has put your concerns to rest with Maid Marian Creamed Wheat Up. It is nutritious for your baby, tasty and easy to prepare. Maid Marian Creamed Wheat Up is made from specially selected cut stream of farina. Your infants and toddlers will love the creamy taste. How to prepare it? Here are the simple steps. First, heat approximately 2 cups of water on the stove. Stir in ½ cup of creamed wheat up and keep stirring until the mixture is thick. Remove and add baby formula or dilute with milk for toddlers. You can add crushed bananas or pawpaw if desired, depending on your baby's taste. Simple, isn't it? Well, get your baby started the right way on the Maid Marian Creamed Wheat Up. Grab a packet today, available nationwide. Visit our Facebook page or website at www.namilco.com to learn more about our products and recipes.
Royal chicken, great value and so tasty and delicious. Available at your local supermarket.
At Chief, we put more in so you'll get more out of your cooking. Whether it's succulent baked fish or chicken, yummy pizza or creamy pasta, flavorful chow mein or tasty veggie dishes, the chief reason is always taste.
Well, it looks like our chips are ready. Fantastic. Nice and golden brown. Beautifully soft on the inside. Can't get any better than this. Alright, this is the last bit. Let's put our fries here. It's fine. Steak, turn it off. And actually, I'm lying to you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these out and I'm just going to put it in a normal plate to rest because I don't want it to cook anymore. Right? That's our steak. It's done. And you see what I'm talking about? How it gets nice and crispy on both sides? Right. You see that stuff there that's in the pan? That's not going to be wasted. I'll show you what we're going to do. This is another French technique that they actually make a gravy, a type of gravy. You see all that brown stuff in there? That's flavor that came from the meat. What you do, you just put some water in there, like that. And you leave it. And that's called deglazing. Now what I would do with this is I just let that reduce down. And you can strain it if you want. I mean, like to tell you the truth, I wouldn't even bother doing that. But this, there, that turns into a gravy. And if you want to make it thicker, you could add like a little bit of flour or butter. There are all sorts of things. But I just want to deglaze this where it just gets to like a little bit. So I'm literally just dripping it over the steak, and it makes the steak more juicy because that's the flavor from the steak that's in the bottom of the pan there. And a lot of people just wash that out. So this is how you can make gravy from just water. And the reason why I'm not going to add butter to this is because the sauce Bearnaise I'm going to be making, Guyanese style, that's got butter in it and it's got eggs and everything like that. So why don't we just get on and we're going to start making this sauce Bearnaise, okay? What we've got here, our, see our little bits of the sauce there? Look, see that? You see how that's like, it's reduced down beautifully? What I'm going to do is pour that over the steak like this, right? As the steak is resting. So it's almost like you're taking the flavor from the pan of the meat and you're putting it back in the meat and you get this lovely product there. Let's get on and make a sauce Bearnaise, right? This is a pan and I've got water in there, just sort of simmering. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm making something like a version of a bain-marie, they call it. Meaning that I've got this pan here with water, and then I put this bowl over it, because what I'm going to cook in this, I want it to cook really gently. Let me just make sure I turn that way down, because I don't want it to be too hot. Put in my butter. And look, you see the butter is melting. Although this is in water, you see, that's enough heat. You don't want any more heat than that. Let that melt a little bit more. Right. And as that melts, we just let that melt. Great. I'm gonna put in the onions. This is all very, very gentle cooking. A little bit of weird. I said a little bit. That might be a lot for some people. So just, it's all to taste. Some capers. I'm not using all this stuff. A little bit of mustard, but this is Coleman's mustard. And the only place you can get this is at Giftland Mall, at Food Max at Giftland Mall, right? So I have a little song. Food Max is a one-stop shop. Everything you need, that's what we got. Food Max is a one-stop shop. Come down to Giftland Mall. And you can see a movie as well. You can do everything there. Okay, right. let's put this back there. Let's get on with this before I end up messing up my sauce. Oh, look at that mixture. Right? You want it creamy like this. And then guess what we're going to add to this? We're going to separate the eggs. When you're working in as a line cook, you don't have time to go get special equipment and everything. Like when the chef says to you, head chef says to you, I want 10 yolks. This is how you do it. So you just have to put in your hands, let the white stuff go underneath, you know, the white bit of the egg, and you have this, right? Now this is the trick. A lot of people get scared. This is how you make a hollandaise. Do you know hollandaise is probably pound per pound one of the most expensive food items that you can actually buy in the shop, and it's this easy to make, right? So as my thing is heating up there, look at what I'm doing. And the reason this is not turning into scrambled eggs is because I have it it's actually cooking from the heat of the water underneath, right? So this sauce is basically done. So like I'm saying, Coleman's mustard is the only place you can get is at Food Max in Gifflin Mall, and they've got some wonderful sections. They've got like an Asian section, they've got an Italian section, and they just got like some really fantastic food now that probably was never available in Guyana. Certainly Coleman's mustard wasn't. So when we went in there the other day and I saw Coleman's mustard, you wouldn't believe I just started jumping for joy because I miss it. It's the best mustard in the world. Okay, this is our sauce Bearnaise, Guyanese style, done. Our steak is done and the chips are done. So, oh, you know what? I'm not paying attention. Guess what? John B. umbrella. Right? I'm not going to use all of it. I'm just going to use like a little bit of it. Let that just mix in the sauce. We just want it to cook through a little bit. And that basically is our sauce for the steak. So the sauce is done, the steak is done, the chips are done, and then we'll be back to plate up. Liana Cane is more than just furniture. It's a way of doing business that is holistic. A model that promotes and practices concepts of sustainability as they relate to people and the environment. Liana Cane has won many international awards and accolades, not just for its stunning designs and architectural pieces, but also for its commitment to combat the destruction of our forest ecosystems. Liana Cane has opened a new showroom situated at 49 Aubrey Barker Road, South Rhineville, Georgetown. For further information or you would like a brochure to be emailed to you, call Andrea on 680-8248 or Compton on 660-5484 or email liana_cane@yahoo.com. Good for the planet and good for people.
Vanilla flavored cake flour made with vanilla extract is just more than flour. You must try it the next time you're baking cake.
The Arawak village of Wakapo is located in the Pomeroon Supernam region of Guyana. Wakapo's oral traditions include stories of magical times during which mythical creatures such as giant macaws helped to guard access to the traditional homelands. Stories that continue to be passed on between community storytellers and to the community as a whole. The 2-day, 1-night Wakapo community tour attempts to reveal these ancient heritage and customs to guests, from boat building to making traditional cassava bread with a local expert, to visiting sacred cultural sites where origin stories are shared. The tour also gives guests a chance to experience traditional foods, as well as allow guests to immerse themselves in the natural surroundings the region has to offer. So for further information on this magical journey, please call 695-9065.
At Chief, We put more in so you'll get more out of your cooking. Whether it's succulent baked fish or chicken, yummy pizza or creamy pasta, flavorful chow mein or tasty veggie dishes, the chief reason is always taste.
Welcome to the 7 Curry Tour. The sounds, tastes and smells of food tours are inherently experiential, and a well-designed culinary experience can also be educational and participatory. Experiencing new food is a highlight of visiting any new destination, and also holds memories connected to the past. The new Georgetown 7 Curry Tour is an immersive culinary experience for both visitors as well as local residents that exposes guests to the entire process of preparing 7 curry. The meal features 7 different curries eaten with rice and other accompaniments such as puri and achar, and the fun part is you get to eat it with your hands. The tour consists of going to the local water lily area to learn about the origins of 7 curry and gather your own water lily leaf. Travel to the market to pick up the vegetables and visit the Indie Spice Factory and see the spices being turned into amazing curry powder. See food theatre in action. Tony and his family will show you how they make the best purees. And now, to make the 7 curry, you'll be taught by the singing chef Ian John how to cook the curries in an authentic outside setting, and finish the day by eating the delicious curries in the charming gazebo. Come and join us.
Well, I'm here at Food Max at Giftland Mall, and I'm here with the chairman, Roy B. Pat. And could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your vision when you guys were building this place?
Yeah, thank you. Well, the whole thing about the Giftland Mall, and especially the Food Max supermarket, is that it was created by Guyanese for Guyanese.
Yeah.
And there's a huge difference between us and anywhere else, because we actually have created an environment, a shopping experience that fits our lifestyle and, more importantly, our pockets.
Yes.
All right. and the secret to the Giftland success has always been being able to cater for the people that have limited income.
Yeah.
And that want value for their money. So in a lot of cases, we may not be the cheapest in things like clothes or luggage, but you do get value for your money.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between us and going to the regular Georgetown store and you buy something and it gives you very limited wear. And then if you go back, if it's electronics or, whatever it is, and you want a refund or exchange, they give you a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
Our reputation has been built that we're a full refund and a full exchange company, and we guarantee the product we sell.
Fantastic.
So therefore, we're really careful of what we put into in our stores so that we know that you would be happy.
Right. Now, down here in Food Max, I'm really impressed by the variety of stuff that you got here, and everything is really, really reasonably priced. And I can say that because I do a lot of shopping, and this is actually my favorite shop to come to because it's like a one-stop shop. I can pick up almost anything here. I don't have to keep running to all sorts of different stores and everything like that. Could you tell us a little bit about like this section here?
Yeah.
I mean, this is about your different sections that you have, and when you feature a certain type of food.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, look, the whole concept on the supermarket really is to do something different, because you can go into any supermarket and you can get your packet of flour and your rice and your sugar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but at Food Max we actually try to create an environment where that's very specialized on things that you would need, and also make it easier for you. This is a new section that we have, and it's a Chinese section. So what you're going to find is all your plum sauce, your hoisin sauce, your char siu, your duck
Oyster sauce. Look, this is probably one of the only places you can get that in the whole of Ghana, I tell you. I've been looking at for ages.
And we also have them in sort of like vegetarian options too. I mean, say our range of soy sauce is regular, light.
Yeah.
We have flavored stuff. So if you're like me and you like to cook, and you want to try a different thing, you can come here and you can get your noodles, you can get your sauces, and you just have to add your basic ingredients, your meats, your vegetables, and so on.
You got like an Italian section as well. You got an Indian section.
Yeah, we just opened the Italian. We just opened the Indian. Yeah, and it's a progression. We want to get to an Arabic section. at some point.
Fantastic.
And it's a matter of us just importing the right stuff. But, you know, like if you're trying to do, let's say, sushi,
Yeah.
all right, then you would need the kelp, you know?
Oh wow. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So there's different things that we specialize in, C and so on. It's very hard to find
You got
items.
rice noodles.
Yeah.
Those are the fine ones for the
Fried
vermicelli.
mushrooms and, you
Yeah.
know, a lot of different things that you don't find around the place. And these are sauces that if you're cooking Chinese, this is what you need. And we try to do the same thing for the Italian.
And you got the sriracha as well.
Yeah, sriracha.
Yeah.
And oyster and you know, the plum sauce. These are all very important. I mean, say for me, I love the plum sauce. If you're doing Peking duck,
Yes, of
all
course.
right, and you make the little pancakes, and then you have the crispy ducks on top. But you really need some of the plum sauce or the char siu, depending on your taste.
Yeah. Very impressive. I would say it's incredible array. It's like a one-stop shop. You know, everything from really good coconut oil to all these different. This is just on one shelf.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We having steak. Okay, 2 lovely pieces of steak. Breadfruit chips. And we have a lovely Guyanese, Hollandaise, you know, Bearnaise style. The thing is, I showed you how to make this already, but sometimes when you leave it there for a little bit, it goes a little bit stiff. Don't worry about it. All you do is just take a little bit of hot water and you put it in there. I know this seems counterintuitive, but it's not. It's just the way I look. It just makes it really smooth. So you can pour it, right? So I'm gonna have Mr. Cyril come in here, and there's your steak.
Dan, best job in the world. It's not even a job.
I'll give you some chips.
They don't know how much I've paid you for this.
There's your
Breadfruit
breadfruit
chips
chips.
look fantastic too.
And
Captain Bly.
last but not least, thank you. The French give us something wonderful. Now, look at that. Look at that. That's got wiri jambi umbrella in there, eggs, butter. You know, this is why when the French serve you up a steak and then you go and you grab ketchup and they look at you really funny, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right? Because they've done this, but actually, you have it with whatever you want. You could add more pepper.
Off with your head.
Yeah, you can have it with whatever you want. But this is a rump steak with a hollandaise, basically a mushroom hollandaise sauce,
Marvelous.
and breadfruit chips. Doesn't that look
Fantastic.
fantastic?
Merci beaucoup.
Okay,
What
well,
I mean.
go Cyril, go Cyril.
Yes. This beer looks fabulous.
Just taste that sauce. Tell me if that's not exquisite.
Delicious.
Right?
Do you remember that Captain Bly was bringing a cargo of breadfruit
Yeah.
when the mutiny happened?
Right.
And it was coming to the West Indies to feed the indentured laborers.
You see how it's pink on the inside? That is what you talk absolute
Just
perfect
absolutely,
steak, right? And that only happens when you let the steak rest.
Mm.
And people are not used to that, but you should almost rest it for as long as you cooked it.
The Bearnaise is fantastic, Julie.
Isn't it
And
amazing?
The Coleman's.
Oh yeah, it completely comes through. So we'd like to thank you all for tuning in again, my special people. And we'd like to thank our sponsors and NCN, you know, just everyone who's been here supporting us for this series and for this show. And we look forward to seeing you again on our next Singing Chef adventure. We can do some more of this.
Yeah.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Welcome to the world of the singing chef. We gonna make you sing and your taste buds wet. From the Pomeruna River to East Coast, my beats to the east. Make you sing and your taste buds wet. From the Pomeruna River to